Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and the MONAKA, the BEERUS in MONAKA outfit event is live over here on JP Dokkan, right? Now, this event isn't really the biggest deal or the craziest thing. It really only brings two things. Number one is, of course, the BEERUS in MONAKA's costume card, which he's an okay card. Like, he's an okay free-to-play option on some teams. Definitely if you're like a newer account or something like that, I do think he can be helpful. But I don't know, he's not going to be the best, right? You know, he is just kind of a mid-tier, I don't know, free-to-play card, something I guess I would say. The other thing that's a big deal with this event is it does bring the MONAKA helmet or costume support item, whatever it is that we want to say. Now, this is actually a really big deal right here because this is one of those items that randomly changes key spheres to whatever type it buffs, and then it gives you 5% attack per type key sphere that you get, right? So for the MONAKA costume, it randomly changes key spheres to int, and then you get 5% attack per int key sphere obtained. So this is a A1 top tier nuking item, right? The MONAKA helmet is one. The little takoyaki fireballs or whatever, the little item from the other BEERUS event is another one. You know, there's several of those that are actually really good for the nuking events. That could be really solid for like the punching machine event, right? Now, I do think the events where you gotta do the punching machine and you can use items, those ones are actually super easy, right? Especially because of these type of support items. You could easily use those and you completely demolish it with not a lot of effort. You know, I don't think those are very difficult at all. Now, if we're talking about the original 3 stages, though, those are super difficult. So this event, by the way, is covering, it's basically, I think it's just one episode. This is basically based around one episode, a filler episode in between the Universe 6 vs 7 tournament and I believe the Goku Black arc, like right in between that. So I believe the first stage here, this covers MONAKA's fight with Hit, I believe is what this is. Because if you guys remember, Hit beats Vegeta in a fight that doesn't make a ton of sense in the anime. It made a lot more sense in the manga. Toyotaro did a really good job explaining why, even though Vegeta and Goku essentially should be around the same level of strength, let's not count Kaioken in that. But even though they're around the same level of strength, the reason why Hit bodies Vegeta, but then Goku does fine, is because Vegeta had gone Super Saiyan Blue against Kabe. That made sense to me. Like, you know, that was a form that they hadn't had a ton of time train. Well, I guess they did have the time chamber chaining before that, right? Anyway, you know, they weren't completely, like, adapted to the form yet, so it took away a lot of Vegeta's stamina. Thus, he was not able to fight Hit at, you know, his full power, so to say. That's why Goku did a lot better against Hit in the manga, where Super Saiyan Blue was basically enough to you know, do battle with Hit. Whereas in the anime, you know, Goku, of course, does the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. Now, I'll say this, the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken is really cool. Definitely one of my, I don't know if I'd say it's one of my favorite things in Dragon Ball Super, but it definitely was a hype moment. And it is really cool, like, when Goku busts that out against Jiren, like, you know, in the Tournament of Power. Like, I really badly want to see that card added to Dokkan. You know, we just got one of the cards we've all been wanting for Dokkan is a really good, like, you know, either Super Saiyan Goku or Goku from the fight with Frieza from Namek, and boom, now V-Jump showed us that is going to be the next banner. So, you know, I think a Tournament of Power, Kaioken Blue Goku, Tournament of Power Ultimate Gohan, you know, there's still a lot of other cards I would like to see, and I do think Dokkan is going to get to those sooner rather than later. But this fight right here, this is after Hit basically beats Vegeta, Goku sort of rings himself out, and then, you know, after that, like, it's this whole thing where Hit and Goku don't really like the idea of the tournament going on between BEERUS and Champa. They don't like being pawns and stuff like that. So Goku kind of forfeits, although it's kind of implied that Hit would have won anyway. And then Hit decides to let MONAKA win. He, you know, basically just rings himself out. And I'm pretty sure that's what this first stage was right there. I feel like, you know, the little gag where, like, oh, it's like, oh, MONAKA is actually the strongest guy BEERUS has ever fought, the toughest fighter in Universe 7. Like, you know, sure, it's a fun gag, but I actually think it might have been better for the story if, like, MONAKA was a legit fighter. Like, I think that would have been really cool. Like, if MONAKA was actually a beast and there was actually, like, another fighter. You know, maybe that would change things for, like, the Tournament of Power, like, how that went. But, like, you could have even had a situation where it's like, you know, maybe, you know, Hit does dominate Vegeta. Hit, you know, beats down Goku. And then, like, we have no idea what this MONAKA's like, and then MONAKA goes in there and dusts Hit off. That would have been cool, and then they could have established how strong Jiren is in the Tournament of Power by having maybe MONAKA get knocked out very early on in the tournament. I think that could have worked, but, you know, instead, it's very Toriyama-esque to have, you know, it actually be like MONAKA is not actually that strong, right? So it certainly does fit sort of Dragon Ball in general, but I don't know that I thought it was, you know, it wasn't the best, you know. Like, I remember all the theory videos, people were like, oh, is MONAKA actually a really crazy fighter? I know a lot of people thought he was actually going to be super strong. I feel like, I actually can't remember what I thought. I want to say I thought that MONAKA was going to transform. Like, he was going to have a transformation into a stronger fighter. I thought that's what MONAKA was going to do, but that is not what ended up being the case, obviously. And then, you know, now this is that one filler episode where Goku is, like, pretty much the only one who doesn't realize that MONAKA is not actually all that. So, like, they kind of have BEERUS dress up in this MONAKA costume, and he does battle with Goku. And then that's basically what we've got here, you know, this sort of event. I mean, it wasn't the worst filler episode. I mean, here's the thing. A lot of the, like, filler, so to say, episodes in Dragon Ball Super, I would actually argue were not that bad. Like, you know, another, I think, really good filler option they could give us was, so in between the Goku Black arc and then the Tournament of Power, there was a few filler episodes. I think a card they could give us is Goku in that turtle outfit that Master Roshi had Goku train with Krillin in. That would be a cool card. And then I also think Super Saiyan Great Saiyaman from the filler, I think, would be another really good card. Because if you guys remember, like, that one Gohan card is listed as Great Saiyaman Super Saiyan 2. So they literally could give us a Great Saiyaman Super Saiyan 1, you know, from that fight. Although Gohan does call himself Super Great Saiyaman, so, you know, we would see what they do. They probably would make that his name, right, now that I think about it. But that would be an interesting, potentially free-to-play card, or I think that could be an interesting, like, you know, category support type unit for, I don't know, Hybrid Saiyans or something like that would be a good idea. Now, I went down this path to fight Piccolo and Vegeta right here. This is actually pretty important because doing this fight right here actually gives you the MONAKA helmet item. Now, you can get it. If you guys saw in Stage 2, we got the little cosmic treat item or whatever like that. You know, that little treasure that we can go redeem in the Baba shop. There's some good stuff in there, you know. You can get some medals to awaken the MONAKA and BEERUS card. They have platinum turtle shells in there, which are actually pretty good. I plan on getting all those. You know, some Elder Kais. And then, of course, you can pick up the little MONAKA helmet item, which, again, those can be very important. Like, I've seen a lot of Japanese players get, like, super ridiculous fast times in events. And using those type of items is how, like, you know, the Chile item, the Lemo item, you know, this one, the MONAKA helmet item, like, you know, those allow your units to do just such ridiculous levels of damage that, like, I saw people beating, you know, Japanese players beating the new difficult Goku event in, like, 12 minutes. I think that might make a pretty interesting video to try it. I might copy one of the teams I saw. I believe it was a fusion team, but then they added Kid Buu and then the physical Rage Trunks. Okay, so here's the first BEERUS and MONAKA costume super attack. Now, what's interesting is both, like, the SSR and the TUR actually do have different super attacks, which I think is actually pretty cool. And, like, even, like, the sprite and stuff is different, because, you know, the costume has sustained damage, so you can see BEERUS' hands kind of poking out there. Like, I don't know. Those are the little details that Dokkan never used to do, and, you know, they've since started to do, which has worked out really, really well. And then, Blue Cow Goku, by the way, can we please get that Easy Ace sometime soon? I'm actually really excited, because all of the 100% and 70%, like, leaders, you know, that era of cards that are getting the Easy A's right now, are all cards that so badly need it. You know, the 120% leaders, a lot of them are still decent cards, so I would argue that it's not, like, super... Oh, wow, okay, we got a lot of copies right there. I would argue that it's not even really that necessary that a lot of the 120% leaders get Easy A's, but, like, you know, SCR Super Saiyan 4 Goku is breaking 3 million attack stat on the LR Family Kamehameha unit on Global. Like, could you imagine what's going to happen when he gets an Easy A? Like, his Easy A is not even that far away, because they're going to go through the 100% units and then the 70% God Leaders. Then after that is, what is it called? The Trunks and Zamasu and the Vegito Blue and Rose. Those are kind of probably going to be in between the 70% God Leaders and the 120% God Leaders. And then some of those 120% God Leaders, man, like, you know, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta cards, like Int Gogeta, you know, Physical Final Form Cooler, like, those cards are going to be insane. Like, think about how good they are still right now, and then add an EZA on top of them. Like, that's why Dokkan can easily get away with making events, like, way more difficult, because they're turning old-ass units like that into monsters. Look at Physical Goku Black. Physical Goku Black dominates the new Legendary Goku difficulty events. That's, like, you know, that's good. But yeah, here's that item, and then, of course, the BEERUS in Monaka's costume. I figure I'll go ahead, and I want to toss the breakdown for BEERUS in Monaka's costume right here, because I'm not actually going to go ahead and rainbow him. I do have a good amount of physical type orbs right now, but I don't know that this unit is something I want to rainbow. I might think about it. The only reason I would rainbow this guy is because the representatives of Universe 7 category is so small that, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I might rainbow him sometime soon. We'll see. But the category is so small that I feel like you actually, maybe it isn't the worst idea, because, you know, I do like having options for a lot of these category teams. We really got to get, again, the blue Kaioken Goku, and then the Turner of Power Gohan, and then like a Piccolo, a Krillin, a Roshi, and a Tien added to this category, and this category will get a lot better. If they're all, like, you know, interesting TURs that do different things, that'll be really, really good. So, I want to do the breakdown for him, but I also want to head to the Baba Shop real fast, and we'll look at the items you can get with the Cosmic Sweets. Again, so I would recommend people probably go ahead and farm up some of the stuff. Like, you know, we got the Elder Kais in here. I think you can get 4 Elder Kais. You can get some of the BEERUS in Monaka's costume, like the little helmet items. Those medals to awaken Monaka. And then, of course, down here, Platinum Turtle Shells. That's actually kind of a big deal. Like, I plan on getting all the Platinum Turtle Shells because that's just, it's such a good support type item. So, let's go and take a look at our, this bad man right here, BEERUS in the Monaka costume. Alright, so this is Fictitious Universe's Strongest BEERUS Monaka costume, so we can use him on the team alongside another BEERUS. His leader skill is Representatives Universe 7 category key 3 and 50% to stats. His super attack is God of Destruction's Lie, which does supreme damage while sacrificing 7% HP. Now, I really don't like that he, like, loses HP. That's actually one of the big things I'm hoping Kaioken Blue Goku loses when he gets his Dokkan Awakening, right? But, excuse me, his EZA, that's what I meant to say. But, I mean, I've seen the argument that for this BEERUS and Monaka's costume card, his passive skill, Restricted Battle, 77% attack for 4 turns after receiving an attack, which is good. And then raises attack by up to 77%. The less HP remaining, the greater the stats boost. So, by super attacking, he's lowering your health so that he'll get more attack. But I don't know. I don't like units that are taking your health away. That's a mechanic that I tend to shy away from quite a lot. I mean, it could be useful on a team if you're maybe trying to get, like, Big Bad Bosses active, you know, but, like, that's about it. And you're not going to have Big Bad Bosses on Representatives Universe 7. You could on Realm of Gods, the other team this unit is on, but I don't know. But the other thing I should mention is that because of the way BEERUS' passive is set up, it's set up just like Tech BEERUS or something like that, right? So this BEERUS, you know, the 2 passives multiply into each other, so he gets a really big attack buff, especially if your health is very low. I believe the max, basically, essentially the max attack buff he could get is 213%. Like, just when you have 2 different types for these passives to go into each other, these units end up dealing ridiculous damage. Again, that's why Tech BEERUS hits so hard. That's why LR BEERUS hits so hard. So they gave this free-to-play unit it as well. His links are Godly Power, Prodigies, More Than Meets the Eye, Shocking Speed, Connoisseur, Infighter, and Shattering the Limit. So, you know, some of these links, Godly Power, Prodigies, you know, these are links you'll be able to get pretty easily on, like, Realm of Gods. So, you know, maybe that could be pretty good there. 12 key multiplier is 140%, which is what we expect. That's pretty much what like, you know, Dokkan Fest exclusives have these days anyway. And then he is on 2 category teams. He's on the Representatives Universe 7, where he's a free-to-play leader. And then he is also over here on the Realm of Gods team. So, you know, he's an interesting unit. Nothing super crazy, but he's there. Real quick, so another thing I'm probably going to do, I've actually let a bunch of units build up that I haven't awakened yet that I don't really think I'm going to do standalone videos on them, right? So, like, this AGL World Tournament BEERUS, like, I don't plan on rainbowing him because I don't have full dupes. So, like, I don't want to do a video, like, awakening him with him at, like, 1%. So what I'm probably going to do with a lot of these units is I used to do a video series called Preparing for Dokkan Battlefield, because I was always saying, it's going to return, it's going to return. It did return, but it was completely different. So I was, you know, right and wrong. And then, I used to awaken, like, all the units, like, way in the early days of my account, right? Like, way back here, like, I would awaken a bunch of units, like, in one video together. But what I'm probably going to do now is all of these units I've built up that I still need to awaken, like, you know, these guys down here, you know, the Baseball Yamcha, the Arale and Kigoku, this guy, another World Tournament card. I'll probably just awaken them all in a video and then do a breakdown for each of them. You know, the Giant Namekian Piccolo, because I don't really like putting orbs in units these days unless I'm going to 100% them. And, like, a lot of these World Tournament cards I don't even have full dupes for yet, so I'm not going to do that. The other thing is, this is an actual video that's coming up soon. I still have to awaken my Boda Magetta and get him up to 100% in the dupe system. I need to do that before I take on the Legendary Goku event with Universe 6, so I'm going to do that video very soon. But there we go, guys. There is BEERUS in MONAKA's outfit. I might rainbow him at some point down the line, just, you know, to get another rainbow unit for that representative Universe 7 team. I was actually thinking about rainbowing this Piccolo as well, just because, you know, there's just so few options on this category team down here. So I was really thinking about rainbowing this Piccolo, but I don't know. He's not the greatest. We'll see. But anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.